Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at one of the most transformative yet elegantly simple concepts in all of personal finance. Have you ever wished you could just save money without even trying? Like magically build wealth in the background while you're just going about your busy daily life? Well, that is exactly what we're exploring today. It's called the Pay Yourself First Wealth Hack. Basically, it's a brilliant wealth building system that runs entirely without willpower.
Okay, let's dive right into this. What if saving money didn't actually require discipline? I mean, think about how exhausting it is to constantly rely on your own willpower. For most of us, the monthly cycle is just a relentless grind, right? We get paid, we immediately pay our bills, we buy groceries, maybe hit the town a few times, and we tell ourselves we'll definitely save whatever's left over at the end of the month. But imagine a scenario where there's no waiting until the end of the month, no hoping there'll magically be something left over, no promising yourself with that empty phrase, "Oh, I'll start saving next month." We all know exactly how that usually ends up. The month ends and suddenly there's absolutely nothing left. Your willpower literally runs out long before the money does.
Section 1. The flawed savings formula. Let's take a look at why most people fail.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is how the standard way most people attempt to save money literally sets them up for failure right out of the gate. And look, it's not about a lack of moral character, and it certainly doesn't mean you're inherently bad with money. It's simply a mathematical and psychological trap that we've all been taught to fall into. Notice the stark contrast between these two formulas. On the top, you've got the old formula: income, then bills, then spending, and finally, savings. As we just discussed, whatever is left over goes to savings, which, let's be real, usually means zero. You're giving everyone else your money first. You pay your landlord, the grocery store, the streaming services, and by the time you reach the end of the month, your ambition to save hits a literal zero balance. But check out the new formula: income, then savings, then bills, then spending. You're completely flipping the script. You're taking your savings out of the equation before you even have a chance to spend it on anything else. You are literally prioritizing your future self over your current self's impulse purchases. It's a massive paradigm shift.
Section 2. Pay yourself first. Flipping the script.
This simple chronological flip completely changes how you build wealth. Instead of paying every single corporation and utility company before you even think of yourself, you get paid, and your future self gets paid first. Pay yourself first literally means automatically directing a part of your income towards savings, investments, or financial goals before any discretionary spending happens. It means you aren't waiting around to see what remains. You're making the proactive decision that your financial health is your number one most important bill to pay every single month. By paying yourself first, you guarantee that your wealth actually grows, regardless of how many unexpected expenses or tempting sales pop up during the month.
Section 3, the power of automation. Moving from intention to system. So the crucial point is that knowing this formula is really only half the battle. The true secret to this entire concept isn't just the order of operations, it's the automation itself. Automation turns a financial intention into a financial system. And why does this matter so much? Well, because humans don't always make optimal financial decisions when money is just sitting right there in their checking account, staring at them, practically begging to be spent. If you have to manually log into your bank and transfer that money every single month, you are inevitably going to find an excuse not to do it one month. You'll think, oh, the car needs new tires, or I really, really want to go to that concert. Systems are infinitely more reliable than motivation. When you automate, you just remove the temptation entirely. Let's walk through a little micro-narrative of what this actually looks like in practice. Imagine it's the first of the month. Step 1, your salary arrives in your primary checking account. Step 2, that exact same day, an automatic transfer kicks in. It moves a predetermined chunk of your income straight into your savings or investment account. Honestly, before you even wake up, pour your morning coffee, and check your bank balance on your phone, the money has already gone to its proper home. It's out of sight, out of mind. You never have to make that agonizing decision of whether or not to save this month. The system takes over instantly. Section 4, setting your financial goals. Where exactly does the money go? And this brilliantly illustrates how once this beautiful and visible system is running, your automated funds actually need specific jobs to do once they leave your primary account. Because savings is a pretty broad term, right? A single automated transfer from your checking account doesn't just have to go into one boring savings account. It can be sliced up and sent to various destinations to cover all your financial bases. You can direct a portion to a high-yield emergency fund, maybe another slice straight into long-term investments, some towards your retirement accounts, a slice for major purchases like a down payment on a house, and other specific financial goals. You're basically building a deeply diversified financial safety net and doing it completely hands-off.
Now, you might be wondering, okay,
How much should I actually be putting into each of these buckets? Well, the percentages depend entirely on your unique situation, your income, your current fixed expenses, any debt you might be actively paying down, your tax situation, and of course, your personal financial goals. The idea here isn't that everyone watching this explainer needs to save the exact same strict percentage. Like 10% might be a huge stretch if you're actively working to eliminate high interest debt, while 50% might be perfectly achievable if you have low overhead and highly ambitious goals. The principle we're really aiming for here is establishing consistency based on your unique financial reality.
Consistency really is the fuel for wealth. You want to establish the habit early to maximize the massive benefits of compound growth. According to insights from usbank.com, this approach is particularly relevant today because so many households are actively trying to improve their financial positions through budgeting and spending control, while long-term planning remains a huge challenge for a lot of folks. Establishing this automated habit early and sticking to it consistently unlocks compound growth. That's when your money literally starts making its own money, accelerating your wealth without any extra effort on your part.
Section 5. Building wealth on autopilot. Let's look at the big picture. Let's move to the big picture and see how this builds your long-term philosophy. It all boils down to this incredibly empowering realization. You can simply make the wealth-building decision once and let the system repeat it. That means you don't have to become some incredibly disciplined financial guru overnight. You don't have to carry the heavy guilt of failed financial discipline every single time you want to buy a coffee or treat yourself. You just make the smart decision one single time, set up the transfer, and then let the system work without you. The absolute greatest advantage of this entire method isn't just the sheer amount of money you save. It's the fact that you've built a wealth-generating machine that requires absolutely zero mental energy to maintain. Because ultimately, financial freedom isn't usually created by what you do occasionally. It's created automatically, month after month, year after year, happening quietly in the background while you're out there actually living your life. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. If you know that human willpower inevitably fades, but automated systems endure, what is stopping you from logging into your bank account and setting up that very first automated transfer today? Stop waiting for leftovers and start paying your future self first.